9:03 on the clock. A very, very good morning to you. My name is Muriel, filling in for Vivek, but alongside me is also Nikita. Hi, Nikita. Very
Hi,
good morning.
Muriel. Good morning to you. We've had some wonderful discussions today and some wonderful experts walking into our studios.
Well, that's not over. It doesn't really end there. We believe in having the best of all the worlds possible, and that's why we have, Talk SME Essentials that takes place over here every single Monday, where you hear the experts walking into our studios. Right now, we are going to be joined quite soon by Shreya Kothari. Let me give you a little bit about her. Right? So Shreya is the founder and CEO of Twigs and Tales, a visionary with a passion for curating exceptional gifting experiences with a background in gifting for the last 4 years. Shreya brings a unique perspective to the world of gifting, ensuring every product and service reflects an unparalleled standard of quality and sophistication. So very good morning to you, Shreya. Welcome to the show.
Good morning.
A little louder.
Good morning.
Arey wah.
A very good morning to you. And alongside her is also, the evergreen Harsh Jain. He is the managing director of Shubhra Garments, a leading custom apparel and corporate gifting production company based in the UAE. Not only is he an accomplished business leader, but he's also a certified commercial pilot, combining his passion for aviation and his drive for innovation in the fashion and gifting industries. Now, with a diverse background spanning from event management to directing music videos, Harsh brings a unique perspective to his leadership. Today, he joins us to share insights on his journey from the skies to the boardroom and how his experiences have shaped the success of Shubhra Garments. Welcome to the show, Harsh.
Thank you so much. That was such a beautiful introduction, honestly speaking.
So this is what they say, wearing several hats.
Yeah.
This
Jack
is
of all trades.
Master of none.
Oh, wow. Okay, I didn't see that coming. Okay, by the way, that was not me.
Neither me.
All right, let's talk a little bit to you about a very special week that's coming. Now, both of you are into this industry, right? And both of you believe in the magic of love. It's quite rare that I talk about love on the show, but okay, we are talking about love on this show. And it has got to do with Valentine's Day. So welcome to a special Valentine's Week edition of our show. Today, we are unboxing the magic of gifting, where emotions meet business and surprises meet strategy, with these two incredible guests in our studios, Harsh Jain, Managing Director of Shubhra Garments and a commercial pilot, and Shreya Kothari, founder and CEO of Twigs and Tales. They'll share how they blend creativity, technology, and business acumen to craft a memorable gifting experience. Actually, let's get started.
I would love to hear about your journey, Harsh, in terms of your inspiration and journey, from flying planes to leading a custom apparel and a corporate gifting company. How did this transition in terms of your life happen?
It was a pretty long flight that actually took off.
So has it landed, or are we still in midair right
We're
now?
still in midair.
Midair,
A business owner's journey never ends. Until the life doesn't end, it doesn't end. So, started off from commercial pilot. That was in South Africa. Then I was actually, we were working for a cargo company. I had just got a job. 6 months down the line, I get a call from my dad, and he's like, I want you to come back to Dubai if possible. And I said, well, back to Dubai? Are you sure?
I've just taken off.
Yeah. And I was on one of my most favorite flights. We were doing a fantastic flight in Northern Africa, getting to see the wildlife along the side, He said, it's going to be a little bit serious, but once you come down, we'll speak. I said, okay. 4 days later, I landed in Dubai, and I get to know Dad was just discharged from the hospital from his heart attack.
Oh, okay.
And he was fine. He was all okay. Him being the rock solid, hard man that he is, he drove himself to the hospital.
Okay.
And that's when I had to sit down with him. I had a conversation with him a few days later, a few weeks later. And I said, what is the issue? Where is the problem? Why the stress? And he said, nahi yaar, I mean, it would be amazing if I would have you also in front of me. Do whatever you want. Just do it here around me, I always am worried you're going on flights, you're traveling, you're doing this and that. And he's somebody who's never actually stopped me from pursuing whatever I wanted to do. And I've been saying I want to be a pilot from KG1, KG2. So, it's a childhood dream.
Correct.
And finally coming true. And then he says to come down. I said, okay, you know what? I will not join the company but I want some street experience. Then we'll speak.
So your father was into the same line of business, into gifting itself?
He was, 1990 is when he opened up the company called Shubhra Garments and Luxury Trading.
Okay.
And that's when he would actually just do the complete production of branded clothing in UAE
Okay.
and export to Europe and the West, basically.
Okay.
Right.
So he would always be focused into that. The moment I came down and I decided, I want to do local, is when I said, why don't, I got into events. So I said, I have a few t-shirts that I would want you to print if possible. He's like, how many? I said, just a few, like 25, 30. He's like, okay, bring it on. I'll see. And then eventually is when he came up to me and he said, you know what? To be very honest with you, these small little events that you're doing, you've sold t-shirts worth much more than what you're earning from the events. Have you thought of just, taking a dip
okay.
into the business for once? I said, honestly, no. We had a good conversation and he said, you know what, work with me on commission basis. Then we'll talk.
I love when parents do that.
Yeah.
Get you to the grassroots.
Yeah.
Understand that first.
And so he made me the driver. He made me the workman in the factory.
Yeah.
Then I became the salesperson.
Oh, nice.
Worked my way up in the company, learned every single little detail about printing, about fabrics, about products. And then here we are.
Absolutely. Now we will continue this discussion. We have a lovely lady in our studio as well, Shreya. Now let's hear about her journey, but literally in 40 seconds from now. So stay tuned. 9:11 on the clock. A very, very good morning to you. My name is Muriel. Alongside me is also Nikita. But right now, it is Tally SME Essentials, where we get the best from the industry right to you. Joining me right now is Shreya Kothari, founder and CEO of Twigs and Tails. And she's here to kind of knock us over her spell when I'm going to talk to you from finance. Please explain this to me, Shreya. From a financial background all the way to the gifting industry, kya hua?
So actually, finance and tally brings some amount of nostalgia in me. I remember my first accounting job where we used to sit with tons and tons of papers and we were finding solutions how we can do something with the software, and that's when
Right.
tally came in place. So that's when we started using tally for a lot of our customer deliverables as well as making invoices. And gifting industry, I would say, came as a byproduct of me shifting my base from India to Dubai when I got married and moved here. I saw a huge gap in this industry. The gap in terms of that, there's not a one-stop solution for gifting.
Okay.
Today, if you want to buy something, you'll go to 10 different shops and you'll pick up and you'll rack your brains that should I give this or should I give that. So that's where I saw that there's a gap where, Twigs and Tails can be a one-stop solution for the gifting industry. And nowadays, I've seen there has been a huge trend, that people want to go for theme-based gifting. Today also, if you see, we're talking about Valentine's. 10 years back, who would think that someone want to gift something for Valentine's? You would just pick up a rose and give it.
Right.
But these days, we're talking about bundles of Valentine's gifting. Then
There's a rose day, there's a hug day, there's a
You're
chocolate
celebrating
day.
the entire week.
And I think after Valentine's Day, you don't see the husband day.
And you celebrate an enemy day also. So these kind of trends have definitely led an upward to the gifting industry. And what you see is that people are really going leaps and bounds, for their gift to stand out in front of the receiver. That's how from finance to gifting. But number still remains the crunch.
So again, you're talking about numbers, and here you're talking about your dreams, your aspirations, and here you're talking about a very luxurious career. I'm sorry, but I still have my eyeballs onto it. Like, you left that
Yeah.
to come down. Obviously you came down for a very specific reason, Harsh, but and churning it into your ways and making it work for you. So talk to me about that journey. What were the initial hiccups like for the two of you? We'll start off with you, Harsh. What were the initial hiccups? Was it very easy to go out in the market and say, main to sab janta hu, I know what I'm doing, and I have my dad, I have his backing? Aisa tha, ya phir you had to really hit the nail quite hard?
It was the other way around for me. So whenever I would ask a question to my dad, asking him, what is this fabric and what is this and what is
Yeah.
that printing and how is this different from that and all of those, like a young person in the industry, he would just be like, do one thing, go to that shop, ask that person what kind of fabrics he has and what all can be done on that. He will educate you. So the moment I would go into the shop and ask the guy exactly the same kind of questions my dad used to ask me to ask him, he would, the very first thing he would ask me, from which company? And I would say, no, I'm Mr. Shripal Jain's son. Oh,
So you should know everything.
Yeah, you already
Yeah.
know everything. He's like, are you coming to take my test? I'm like, I am genuinely here to learn. But no, they wouldn't accept me that way till this date. The moment I ask one of my printing guys, why is this like that? He
Kya,
look up and
sir?
he's like, Sir,
क्यों पूछ रहे हो आप ये?
why are you taking my test, sir? They get so scared from me, and I'm like, I genuinely want to know. This is something new in the market. It's something different, and I love learning new things. So
Interesting.
at that point of time, it gets very difficult for me.
So what about you? Now you tell me, Shreya, about yourself. How easy was it? Come on, from finance to gifting. कोई तालमेल कुछ है ही नहीं. So how did you kind of connect the chords and the dots together?
So I wouldn't say it was very easy. For me, it was a new country, and setting up your own business also has its own ups and downs, which I had to face through. And gifting is not the priority for any company. You know, they think that gifting should happen at the end, and the budgets for gifting is something which you won't take if you're planning an event. So I had to make a mark and say that no, you know, if you plan for your gifting well in advance, this is how your event can also work out well. So there were conversations when I used to go into meetings and they would say diaries and books and pens are something very old. Give me something new. No, I don't want a power bank. No, I don't want this. No, I don't want that.
Do they also do barter with you on that?
No, they don't.
They don't. Oh,
They don't.
Okay.
So they were you had to come up with out of the box ideas every time you entered a meeting. And plus, in one event, if you're doing a certain amount of gifting, next event they don't want that.
Yeah.
Again, you have to start from the scratch. So you have to be constantly on the trend to give new ideas and grab the attention of the receiver.
So in terms of, for your financial expertise, Shreya, how do you forecast the trends in terms of gifting industry and the financials behind it? And what makes a better decision making in terms of your financial gifting and the gifting industry as a whole?
So definitely I use my finance expertise to forecast the trends. I would like to give one example from this is last Valentine's Day, I had underestimated the production of the delivery of a certain product, and that led me to, incur some last moment expenses.
Yeah.
And that increased the overall cost of production. That's when I realized that, if I would have used Tally appropriately, I could have demanded it properly and my profit margins would have also increased.
Yeah.
So these kind of situations help you understand and plan better for the next season well in advance.
Absolutely. And in terms of your gifting industry as well, it's quite challenging. It's very customizable. Everything needs to be different, new, trendy.
Yes.
In terms of the financials over there, where do you foresee the trends going to be, Shreya?
Well, I foresee that the industry is taking an upward hit, so the trends are also going to increase. However, you have to keep your roots back in place to actually be in the game.
Absolutely.
This is interesting. I've got to come back to you now, Harsh. We're talking obviously about gifting, but here is a person who had zilch knowledge of the industry, kind of dived deep right into it, and now you're, staying afloat and you're making more out of it. So talk to me about the nuances that stay in the industry, as in we have these apprehensions, right? When it comes, all these reservations that happen to you, like, oh my gosh, kya hoga if I leave this cushy job of mine that pays me $1 million dirhams, for example, in a year. I'm going to leave this and going to get, what if I don't make those profits? What's really going to happen? How am I going to stay afloat? So when these come, these kind of thoughts crop into your mind, do you have means that you kind of calm them down, or do you have techniques that you work around them? Because it's quite normal, it's natural.
Yeah, it's very natural. And so what you're actually talking about is just being scared in a business.
Absolutely.
And it is very natural to be scared in business. There's nothing wrong in that. But the most important thing is you got to calm yourself down. You got to tell yourself, you have to first figure out what the problem is. The moment you know the problem is 50% solution, that's when you're calm already.
Right.
And then you take the next steps as to what are the next plans, the targets, where is your business heading? Which direction do you which direction is the best for you?
Do you need to have a goal?
Absolutely. Every business should have a goal. And I'll be very honest with you, you should have goals, and you should ask your team members to have goals as well.
Interesting. Shreya, I'm going to come to you right now. Do you agree with what Harsh is saying? How important is it for you? You started off fresh as well, from a different industry, and all the way to gifting have no correlation to each other. But here you were building something on your own. So kind of building a fortress for yourself. And when you have a vision, a goal, how important, what is the path of that in a long-term, viewpoint?
So you should have a vision and a goal, like Harsh said, and that's what keeps you the ball moving every morning. When I have to get up and think, what should I do today? That vision reminds me that this is what I'm trying to achieve every day.
So what happens if you don't? Because there are now again, I'm going to put you both in a spot.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to ask you this question: do businesses fail or do individuals fail? Shreya.
I feel individuals fail. Businesses can never fail. If you
Okay.
are determined towards what you want, your business has to work somehow or the other.
All right, Harsh.
So very recently, I actually saw this post where it's also the guy has also come up on Shark Tanks actually. So there was a business that is been doing a lot of losses. There's another person who comes up with the same business idea. He does the same thing in a much better way, and he is making millions in profits. It can't be the business that's failing, right? It is the
Absolutely.
individual that is actually failing.
But it's very hard for someone up there to kind of anticipate that or to analyze what they're doing is wrong, right? Imagine talking to a CEO of a company saying, if you're a startup, I understand, but if you're not, talking to a well-established CEO of a company is quite hard hitting, right? Would you agree? Would you take suggestions from your co-workers? What about you, Shreya?
Definitely, I would. It helps me learn more and increase my own learning every day.
What about you, Harsh?
So honestly, if you are going to say that up there, the moment you put somebody up there, then he's already in a very different position from the complete team. And if you are separated from the team,
Right.
then you guys are not working together already. You have to be in between your team to work together. That's team efforts, right? That's when a business grows. Otherwise, an individual is trying to grow alone.
Wow, I thought this conversation was going to be all about love, but this is self-realization on a different level.
Exactly.
Well, we're going to get deeper into the conversation, but after the traffic and stock updates, so stay tuned. 9:24 on the clock. A very, very good morning to you. Right now, we have been joined by some exceptional guests in our studios. We have Shreya Kothari, founder and CEO of Twigs and Tails, and also joined by Harsh Jain, managing director of Shubhra Garments.
So Harsh and Shreya, I'd love to know about your journey in the gifting industry. The gifting industry has evolved. It's seen so much of competition over the years. What have been the major trends that you both have noticed? We'll start off with Harsh first.
So, like back in the day, we would have, when you hear the word corporate gifting, it would always be pens, diaries,
Yeah.
The basic stuff, the mugs, tumblers,
Keychains.
Yeah, keychains, these kind of things. And to now, when you get an inquiry as well, the kind of words that they say, it's really difficult. You need to go up, Google, check what is it exactly that they are looking for, and can this be possible? I mean, I personally, so Shreya is basically one of my partners in the business kind of a person here, because we work together on this very closely. There are things that I procure from her, and then there are things she procures from me and stuff. So we work really closely on this. And my next question goes straight away to Shreya. Have you heard about this? Like, this is new for me. Have you? She's like, oh, yeah. So Shreya being like, this is a core business, right?
Right.
So she being an expert in this, she comes up to me and she's like, oh, yeah. I just delivered some of these like last week, 2 weeks back and stuff. It's probably that's how they know about it. I'm like, Shreya, it's all because of you. The trends are changing here.
Absolutely. She's upping the ante in terms of the gifting scenario. And also, Shreya, in terms of the financial background that you come from, you also know to tweak the budgets and how do you give an expensive thing in a better way, in a customized way, so that people feel special as well.
Yeah, so like Harsh said, that the words which are being used these days is bespoke, personalized, and the words are selling, and that's how we are getting money, to be really honest.
Yeah.
So the major trend which I've seen is that, there's a lot of ask for bespoke gifts. There were days, when you just wanted a magnetic box with maybe a diary and a pen and a power bank, that's it. But
Correct.
these days, those magnetic boxes have just gone out of the radar. They want something like a a leather box, an acrylic box, metal box, and it doesn't stop there. That also they wanted branded as per their company guidelines with a nice logo on top and with some nice image on top. So that's a major trend which I've seen. The other trend which I've seen is that, there's a lot of festive gifting which is coming in the market.
Right.
Even if you see Valentine's, Ramadan, Eid, Christmas, the bond of unity which UAE is trying to promote in a way is what even companies are following these days. They want to celebrate every occasion, whether even if it's with a small cupcake with the UAE national flag on it, or a big hamper which is going out to their clients. So that's another trend which I'm seeing in place.
Right.
You know, when we're talking about trends and we're talking about everything to do with your industry, right? It's quite a niche industry. You've got to agree to me on that. Now, tell me something. As a business person, right? If I come to you with a request, yes, you did mention that bespoke and all the flowery words that the two of you get. Do you ever refuse a consignment? Do you ever say no to someone just because it's not in your prerogative to move forward with that? Or do you find means to ensure that you still hook on to that client?
Well, I as a business owner would never say no to a client. I would find out some way or the other to actually go and find a solution for the client, because that's how you up your mark in the industry as well.
Right, what about you, Harsh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, saying no is not an option, right? I mean, if you want the deal to close, and this this client of mine could have actually been a very a very long client of mine, and I could lose him for good for saying no for one particular product that he's looking for specifically, which I'm just saying no for. If I just tell him that, I'm going to look for it, I'll get back to you, let me see what I can do, probably the conversation keeps rolling, and then we move forward from there.
You know, and I'm sure the ones dealing with you would be from the marketing background, because they are the ones dealing, right? So their job is to crunch the numbers as well for their company. So you know where we are getting at. So do you adhere to such request when they say, yaar, is baar kar lo, agli baar hum dekhenge, we just need only so many production done, you can do it from your end. Do you adhere to those requests, or it's a straight up no?
So negotiation is a part of every business deal. And it's not like I'm going to cut short so much that it is going to be uncomfortable for me, that's for sure. Because there's a lot of things that we are giving them along with this. There's deliveries, there's printing, there's customization. So I try and explain the person first that this is what we're actually going to do for you. And after all of this, if you really think you want me to bring it down to that level, then I'm sorry. Then we can't do it. That's the only time
Right.
I say no. Otherwise,
What about you?
No, I usually don't say a no. Sometimes you have to, because it's a relationship building exercise. Like, there are many vendors in the market, and how would you get yourself up in the list of the vendors? So as a relationship exercise, but definitely not something which would not make sense for me as well. So it has to be, beneficial for both the parties.
Right, now tell us, the top reasons, what people must consider, bear in mind when going out for vendors. Start off with you, Shreya.
I think the first one would be variety, because there's so much happening in gifting, starting from the regular mundane products to the bespoke, the personalized. You should have a one-stop solution for everything. So if I have to communicate with someone as a marketing manager, I should just talk to one person and I get all my solutions in place. So maybe variety is one of the factors which people should consider. The second one would be cost. Cash is the king for everything. And coming from a finance background, I have a certain budget, and within that budget, I want everything, whether it's a Mont Blanc pen or a regular pen. So, I should have the options of a normal budget-friendly gift to a very high niche product from the same vendor as well.
What about you, Harsh?
so I would still say the one-stop shop thing, what she said, is apt for me, because I have a lot of my clients who come in to get their uniforms done, the custom apparel done, and then they straight away move on to, oh, do you also do? Because you know what, I'm not planning to look for 2 to 3 people for this kind of job. So would you be able to help me out with this? I've even gotten requests for printing.
Wow. And you
Paper
take it all
printing.
up.
Just paper printing. And I mean, we have a few business associates around us that do the kind of job. So then they get one bill and then we delegate the business to others.
Absolutely. Now, we're going to be keeping the Valentine spark alive with these amazing gifting trends by Harsh Jain, Managing Director of Shubhra Garments, and also Shreya Kothari, Founder and CEO of Twigs and Tails. But usse pehle, it's time that we get into the sports update. Listen to it and we'll be back. 9:36 on the clock. A very good morning to you. My name is Muriel. I'm filling in for Vivek. Alongside me is also Nikita. But right now, बहुत important information देना है मुझे आपको. Tally Prime Cloud Access. Now, this this has been launched in the UAE, which means a user can now access Tally Prime hosted on one of the most robust AWS servers. This makes managing your business data and accessing Tally Prime capabilities across multiple locations absolutely easy. Data will be stored in data centers located in the UAE, which means that you are future ready for any compliance requirements. And it also ensures top-notch data privacy and security as well. Users can now collaborate in real time with multiple users across locations without the need for a local server. This adds to efficiency, productivity, and reduces the need to set up costly infrastructure in multiple locations as well. Now, Tally Prime Cloud Access plans are quite affordable. In fact, the plans actually begin at 63 dirhams per month. वैट जो है उसके लिए आपको थोड़ा भरना पड़ेगा, एक्स्ट्रा है. But for hosting, requirement is very simple. Users need to have Tally Prime license of the latest release. For CAs also, it is beneficial as they can manage their clients' data in real time and make their CA practice smoother without stepping out from their own office. So here you go. Details more on, Tally Prime Cloud. That's exactly what we are discussing right now. But right now, it's time to get a little mushy when we talk about Valentine's Day. But we are also talking about hardcore hitting business related fundamentals and how to move forward with Harsh Jain, Managing Director of Shubhra Garments and a commercial pilot, and also Shreya Kothari, founder and CEO of Twigs and Tails.
So Harsh and Shreya, I've got this thing about, Valentine's week. Whenever it comes, it's very exciting, especially for youngsters and for all those singles out there. So what are your plans in terms of promotions and how to keep it attractive and still be profitable in terms of your business? Starting with you, Shreya.
So, in terms of promotions and being profitable for my business, there are these bundles which we take out, which is called the Valentine's Week bundle. It's basically, rather than, just giving a rose, we combine a rose with a chocolate box with maybe a heartfelt handwritten card.
Yeah.
So that creates a sense of urgency in customers. They're like, okay, let's make a shot at this bundle and let's, just give, because you have to give a gift. So why not just, avail the service? And then there is another thing is, we have these share your love story giveaways.
Okay.
Which kind of increases the brand awareness for people. People come above, share their love story. And as a result of that, we give a small giveaway or a token of appreciation to the one who has the most coziest love story to share.
Who better than you to tell us about it, in terms of the new customizations? What about Harsh? What are your thoughts in terms of promotions and making it attractive for Valentine's Day?
So for promotions, one main thing that we do is using the Tally software. I mean, we need to pre-plan it.
Absolutely.
So what I always do is go on my dashboard and being so customizable, I can just select what I want, and I get the information of the clients that I need to touch base with who I haven't done with for a very long period of time. That being one, and second, the clients that I know who usually get their gifting boxes and all of these kind of things done from me. So send them like a nudge or a New Year gift, a hamper myself. Sometimes I get it made from Shreya. Sometimes it's just some of our merchandise, just to give them like a nudge of what could they try and do this year. And that one hamper itself sometimes does a lot of charm for us.
Absolutely.
This is amazing. You did mention about how do you give yourself a nudge or you give yourself an upper hand amongst the other vendors as well. How important is that to frequently be on top of your game? Because there are other sharks as well in the tank and you're gunning for that same project. And I'm sure you know everybody because सारे के सारे दोस्त ही हैं हमारे.
Absolutely.
You're my friend as well, but I want that project. How does it work?
So you have to keep fighting. It's a war that is never ending. Rather than fighting, sometimes what I prefer doing is collaborating. Both of us would be in the similar kind of business, but I know she has some things that she's really good at, and I know there are some things that I'm really good at. That's what we exactly did. We shook hands and we said, you know what? We'll not fight. Let's go together.
That's the best way forward,
Yeah.
when you combine
Shreya?
each USPs.
Absolutely.
Shreya, what about you, Shreya?
I think Harsha said it bang on.
No, there is no fight with a woman. Women win any which way. And the reason why he's playing safe because he's surrounded by three women.
No, definitely collaboration takes you a long way, and both of us have our own strengths. So we kind of utilize those strengths and get the project and not let it go to another outsider.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. Now we'll continue this conversation exactly after the traffic and stocks. So please do stay tuned. We will be right back. 9:44 on the clock. A very, very good morning to you. Right now we are joined by Harsh Jain, Managing Director of Shubhra Garments, who also is a commercial pilot, and Shreya Kothari, founder and CEO of Twigs and Tails, writing their own love story through their business.
Separately.
Separately. Oh gosh, yes, separately.
So Harsh, how do you manage the large-scale inventory, orders and financial efficiencies in your organization? And has TallyPrime really helped you streamline your operations?
Yeah. So there's something called as inventory management
Yeah.
in TallyPrime, which really helps me out a lot. I like to actually call it like a stop loss.
Okay.
Because so the moment it reaches down to the limit where I know this is the bare minimum that I need for the coming week, 15 days, 20 days, I set that limit. And it's not like I keep a lot of stock of a lot of things.
Okay.
There's very limited stuff that I keep stock of. So even for that as well, I have to put a stop loss just so that I don't go beyond that and I don't lose a client, or I have to. The worst is, you telling them, I'm out of stock for now.
Bilkul.
You'll have to wait for 15, 20 days.
That's something you would never want to do.
The guy's gone. He's gone. He's never coming
Very
back to
true,
you.
Very true.
So every time that you go online and you see that limited offer, stocks out and all of these jargons that we use, so you don't think that is a great marketing tactic to kind of put into the market, saying that it was that good, it's sold out?
It is, but it is for B2C, I believe.
Okay.
When it comes to B2B, there are some things that the client wants probably tomorrow or day after tomorrow. It would be an urgent order. It could be a pre-planned order, which, they are telling you beforehand, but it could be a larger amount for which I know the production time will be a lot more. So I have to pre-plan the whole thing. So when it comes to these kind of products, you can't tell them that this is a limited time period offer only. When it comes to 500 pieces, 1,000 pieces, that's when, telling them, oh, I have only 750 pieces. You'll be like, okay, you know what? I'll come
I
back
have
to you
somebody
later.
else, right? All right, now we'll go to you, Shreya. When we're talking about these limited time offers, and I've always noticed the more you inch closer towards the date, the product gets a little more expensive. Why does that happen?
Demand. Because the moment you're closer to the date, the demand for the product increases and you have to gift something or the other. So that's how the product becomes much more expensive. Now, to give an example of Valentine's Day also, if I buy a gift on 13th and if I buy it on 10th, Rose's price will definitely increase.
Correct.
So
then how should one be planning or strategizing their spendings? And I'm talking about corporates, not just individuals. So how should corporates be looking at their spending structure, especially when they're looking at gifting? Should they do this at the end of the financial year? Should they be planning it for the next year, or should they go occasion by occasion?
So corporates, I would personally say that they plan it occasion by occasion. They have a certain budget in mind. Of course, the amount you would spend on a certain occasion would not be the same the amount which you would spend on another occasion. So the budget allocation is done in such a way that they know clearly that this festival is coming or this occasion is coming, and this is the amount we are looking to spend at a certain point of time for our gifting requirements.
So Shreya, in terms of customization, it's definitely a key in gifting. But how does Twigs and Tails ensure each client is unique and stands to a personal experience when they order from you?
So customization is one of the bespoke element of the gifting industry which I lead. And when I say we don't try to make gifting a headache for our client, we try to make it as an experience. The moment you make it a headache, they wouldn't come back to you.
It
the
should be
next time.
seamless. Absolutely.
Yes. So the way we do is there's a gifting journey which I follow with them. Suppose I have a client who's coming and inquiring with me. I first try to understand what is the occasion they're gifting for. Whether it's for some festive, for some corporate day, for just a celebration in the office. Depending on that, we try to understand whether they want a form of edible gifting or a non-edible gifting or a combination of two. Once I have all these details in place, I send them a couple of quotes, starting from something which can be as cheap as possible and something which can be as expensive. And then once I hear back from them, that's how the journey starts.
This is amazing. We're talking about gifting and corporates. Now tell me something, massive shift in the industry. We are going all guns blazing when it comes to sustainability. Believe you me, half of the marketing people don't even know what sustainability is, but hame sustainability products chahiye. So do they come to you with zilch knowledge on sustainable products? We want everything to be sustainable.
Yeah, they do.
And what's your comeback to that?
So we do have a few products that we have in the sustainable space. Some of them being like your jute bags, your tote bags,
Yeah.
and these. I've got a lot of orders that we've closed in the last a couple of years actually, that we've been getting orders for those. Now is when a lot of them have been inquiring about something new but in sustainable. And the moment you come to the price point of it, that is when the conversation stops. So, yes, there is a hype. Everybody wants to talk about it. Everybody wants to know a little bit more about it. But when it comes to the price point of it, I think even Shreya would agree with me on this. The moment we come down to the price point of it, because the demand is still not that high, the amount of stock that we have over here, the price tends to be a little bit on the higher side. The moment the market demand is a lot more like one of the normal products, your mugs, your cups, these kind of things. They tend to be at a much lower rate and easily accessible because everybody's providing you that. When it comes to the eco-friendly, there's not everybody who's doing it. So the very few ones who are doing it, they obviously hike up the price.
Absolutely.
But if we're moving into that direction, shouldn't we be looking at a lower cost for a particular product?
So, moreover, the thing is actually corporates are moving towards a sustainable gifting kind of a scenario, but SMEs are still not accepting it that well. So, corporates are moving towards that direction, and that's why they have little higher budget when it comes to sustainable gifting. A lot of sustainable gifting is also happening on plantable stationery, adding to what Harsh said, and jute bags and tote bags. People are giving out these plantable stationery
So
boxes.
the seeds that you drop
Yes,
in.
you
and-
go back home and you have a
Yeah.
flowering plant in
Flowering
front of
plant,
you.
yeah.
And even a trend in terms of boxes, which we are seeing, is that customers these days are preferring a lot of mushroom and hemp boxes.
Okay.
But the cost of production of that is so high that, if there's not much demand in the market, it becomes very difficult for us to cater to the cost which they want.
Right, absolutely. You just mentioned about the entire seed, and I am sorry, but I had a thought that just crossed my mind, and I said, imagine if that is gifted by a management you don't like. You'll be seeing that person's face every day in front of you. All right, so tell me something. Now, if you have to gift Tally to someone, who would it be and why?
I would gift it to, since as a gifting vendor, I work with a lot of small home bakers.
Okay.
And a lot of time these home bakers don't have the, tally of what is left with them and what is not left with them. Hence, they don't plan better for the next season. So I would gift it to one of those bakers of mine so that they have the next stock in place.
What about you, Harsh?
So there's this very good supplier of mine. I've been dealing with him for the last couple of years now. Very genuine guy, very nice guy to talk to. But whenever I still order fabrics from him, he gives me invoices in handwritten notes.
Oh.
Like, I'm not even kidding.
Like the one that you tear and
Yeah,
you're like, oh.
you rip it off, and that's what he gives me. The problem is not that. I mean, at the end of the day, I just go up to my accountant and I'm like, there's a handwritten love letter for you. So, a few days later, this guy, my accountant, he calls me back up again. He's like, sir, I'm just finally doing the filing right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But can you just tell me what's written on this? Because I can't understand the guy's handwriting. And ask him to send me a picture. He sends me the picture. I'm like, shit, even I don't understand.
डॉक्टर के पास लेके जाओ ये.
उसको भी नहीं समझेगा.
Magnifying glass ले लो यार, फिर भी नहीं दिख
Yeah,
पाएगा.
yeah, absolutely. That is the person that I really want to give Tally to, because my life and
Absolutely.
my accountant's life would be so much easier.
So again, Tally is all about making your life easier. And if you are an accountant and you are in this space, you'll know exactly what we're talking about. Tally Prime Cloud Access. This has been launched in the UAE, which means a user can now access Tally Prime hosted on one of the most robust AWS servers. This actually makes managing your business data and accessing Tally Prime capabilities across multiple locations super easily. And that's why we tell you every single time that do things that work in your benefit. And now it's that time on the show where we play a rapid fire round.
This is going to be fun. This is going to be interesting, and we'd love to hear from you, Shreya and Harsh. कौन जब सबसे ज़्यादा एकदम तेज धार है?
All right, the first one, a last minute Valentine's Day gift. Now you'll have to tell me whether you'd gift, what you'd gift, or if you'd pass on the idea. All right. So now a last minute Valentine's Day gift, Harsh.
So, last minute Valentine's Day gift, it has to be a handwritten note for the opposite person that you love. You need to put down the notes of what you love about the person. That is it's a last moment thing, right?
I want to say something, but I'm on the radio.
I would give a forever rose.
Forever Rose.
Yeah, one
Wow.
which stays for 3 years. So it keeps
Oh.
reminding that I had gifted you this.
मतलब सुना के तंग करना है वैसे.
Yes. कि याद
Alright,
रखो.
I'm going to ask you, Nikita.
What? Which one will I give or what will I give?
Who नहीं, who what will you give?
So I'll give a customizable note. You know the one that you get on your screens, which keeps changing with the LED lights? But simple sa hai.
That's
but
why I'm
something
not
which you can
friends with
change.
him. All right. A corporate client who says they have everything, what would you give them?
Vision board. So
Harsh,
that it,
They lack vision?
No. So that it helps them plan better.
Ah, that way.
What about you, Harsh?
Well, I would give them a Tally software. Honestly
Arre
speaking,
wah.
they need to keep their inventory, right? They have everything.
Lage haath promote kar.
तो हाँ.
Fantastic.
No, but absolutely. And what about you?
I haven't thought that. So
Okay.
pass.
All right. An eco-conscious friend. What's the perfect sustainable gift?
So while we were talking about the eco-friendly notebooks, there's pens, there's notebooks. That is actually something that I really love personally as well. Once you're done writing on the paper, you scrap it up and you put it up in the soil. There's a plant that grows out of it, out of every single paper.
That's
What better than that
amazing.
for somebody who's eco-friendly?
A quirky designed jute bag so that you can use it wherever you go.
Interesting. And you?
A wallet.
A wallet?
Yes, which can be a long-lasting one. With this, which probably
That
organic.
grows into a tree in your pocket.
No, not like that.
Tree of money.
Money tree.
Money tree.
Money
Maybe
plant.
the money plant. That's right. You know, Shreya.
Okay. Most underrated but impactful corporate gift.
Diary.
Okay. Okay. Harsh.
Well, being in the business, I think a calendar would be the best for a client that I would want to pre-plan, because I have a lot of my clients as well who come up to me last moment. We have an event, we have a particular kind of celebration that we're doing, Valentine's Day or something like that. We need gifts for that. So a calendar that would help them pre-plan at least a month prior, so I can give him at the best prices.
And what about you? Underrated.
I would say a pen.
Really?
An organic pen.
Oh my. Okay, so if you had to pick a single gift to represent your brand, what would it be?
So a very close friend of mine from a very famous accounting software company had actually asked me for a very interesting gift that he wanted to give to his teammates. And I was in the market looking for a specific kind of fabric because I wanted to make something up for myself. And I really loved that fabric a lot. I picked up the fabric, I got the t-shirt made, and that's when my dear friend, he asked me, do you have something new? I need something new, something in clothing, but it has to be fantastic and I want to wear it at the event as well. I sent him so it was an oversized t-shirt
Okay.
that I sent out to him. And if you really want to know if they loved it or not, go and check Tally Meena Instagram page. You will see them rocking the oversized t-shirt at the Jitex.
Oh!
Too good, yeah?
And believe you me, we've had this discussion and he said it was an amazing t-shirt. So, I'm going to...
Yeah.
Right, now I know the source. All right, now one last question. I'm going to throw all of you a little bit off. What is more... We'll be talking about love. Come on. So, love or money? Shreya.
Love. Because if you have love, I think you can make money on its own.
Look at the financial expert talking.
Harsh, come on. Notch this up higher, yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I would go ahead with love as well. Love money is a different concept
you love
altogether.
money.
Loving money is a different concept altogether.
Love money.
Yeah, but yes, I would say love first, because many a times it's your love. When you break down, that's the one that always pushes you back up to go back and earn money for the house.
Oh, that's amazing. What about you?
I would say love.
Love.
हाँ क्योंकि पैसा आता जाता रहेगा प्यार रहेगा जो कांस्टेंट होगा उससे ज्यादा पैसा आ ही जाएगा
अरे क्या बात है मतलब आज तो हमारे स्टूडियो में I have all philosophical people sitting in front
अरे
of
but
me.
Muriel, you haven't told your take
What?
it. Love or money?
दोनों चाहिए भाई.
आप मतलब एक चीज तो सबसे ज्यादा होगी ना.
Show के बाद we'll discuss. All right now it's time for us to say thank you to the amazing guests. We wish you all the very best. Before you leave, Harsh, how can people get in touch with you?
We've got an Instagram page. It's called shubhra.ae.
All right.
And that is one of the ways. The second is Google Maps. We are there in Ajman. Shubhra Tailoring is the name of the place we do get a lot of connections from, and that has my direct mobile number as well, in case anybody would want to get their uniforms or corporate gifts done. That would be the perfect place.
What about you?
Instagram page, it's called Twigs and Tales, and on the Instagram page we have a direct link which takes you to the WhatsApp as well.
Absolutely. Now, we will continue conversations over here a little bit longer. But right now, it is us saying thank you very, very much for taking time out, coming to the studios, and having such an amazing, love-filled with all money kind of session with us. We loved it. We loved it.
We loved
It was
it
a
too.
pleasure. It was a real pleasure.
Thank you for your interesting takes, Harsh and Shreya. I mean, more power to you all and all the very best for
Thank
the
you
years to
so
come.
much, you
Thank
guys.
you.
It was a pleasure.
Well, we'll see you in the next hour from now, so stay tuned.